So today we're going to be taking a look at the Sony TR940 Hi8 camcorder. Did Sony step it up in this camcorder and make it even better than previous Hi8 camcorders? Well, look at the front here. It says Hi8 XR. What is XR? XR is a sub-format of Hi8 where Sony increased the luminance resolution by about 10%. Let's compare the 1998 TR940 to a camcorder from 1994, the TR700, which does not have XR. Similar camcorder in terms of what it does. It has steady shot, color viewfinder, no flip out screen. Different styling, of course. This is more in the old Sony Handycam Hi8 style in the dark color. They started introducing silver in the later models. Okay, so let's do the test. The first scene is with the TR940. This scene shot in XR. Let's see if we can see that resolution increase compared to the 1994 version of the Hi8 with the TR700. So take a look and see. Do you see more resolution? What do you see? Whoa. What happened to the color?
Where's the beef?
I don't see any increase in resolution, but as a matter of fact, I see a significant loss of color saturation with the 1998 camera. Let's take a look in the city and see how it performs. Here's a scene with some difficult exposure issues against a bright sky. The buildings do look kind of flat and lifeless, not much color there. How does it look on an iPhone? Maybe we shouldn't have asked. But on the bright side, the 18 times optical zoom gets you right into the street sign just like that. Steady shot actually is on. Sony needed to make some improvements to their steady shot system. How does the 72 times digital zoom do? Maybe we shouldn't have asked again. Oh boy. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Well, let's try looking at the picture effects that the camera offers and see what they look like. I am in mosaic. Repeat, I am in mosaic. Thanks for letting us know. A little too much lunch, maybe? How's slim mode? Yeah, there, you look pretty good, I think.
Man, this is pastel, man.
My favorite, negative art. And solarization, though, is really the coolest effect. Isn't it awesome? Moving right along, the camera does have a very nice touch-lighted keypad function to control the VCR controls. You have a nice window to see the tape and where you are. The viewfinder tilts up and is in color and is nice and clear. Look at that, 357 minutes of battery life thanks to the large NP batteries and the Sony Info Lithium system. If you use the bigger battery, that'll just go forever with no recording limit. So this camera also came with this AA battery compartment, which is kind of cool. Basically, you just put in AA batteries, it looks like 6 of them, reclose the door once the batteries are in, and then you put it on the back of the camera as if it's a regular NP battery, and it'll work the same. So the TR940 as a supplied accessory comes with a very nice looking remote control which controls all functions of the camera for playback and record and zoom. It has a manual exposure override, like in this case you would need because the light is shining directly on the spider, overexposing it. Now here I lowered the exposure so you could see this creepy guy a lot clearer. And as a point of reference, here he is in 4K. Okay, so this camera has Sony's Nightshot feature, which uses an infrared light to brighten up completely dark scenes. Now, you may recall that back in the 90s, Sony got itself in a little bit of hot water when the Nightshot feature worked a little too well. On certain camera models, if you use the Nightshot during the day, you could actually see through certain kind of clothing. So a lot of people were running out to buy these cameras just for that feature. This camera has Nightshot feature, so you know what that means. We have to go into a pitch black closet to test it because that's such a useful test. So let's go into the pitch black closet and I will see how this is done. And here we are. And these are my belts. And this is really great footage. Sweatshirts, clothes, and a very, very, very useful feature. If you're into dark closets, this might be your cam. Now I'm coming out of the closet. So how about we test the Nightshot in a real-world situation at a dive bar in New York City? Anymore, do they? There's a Nightshot mode, so you're not in Nightshot. Now you're in Nightshot. Whoa, you look a little green.
That's probably night mode. It's a green mode.
How would you feel about being green?
Sounds fun.
Now you're not green. Now you're not green. So the camera also comes with a built-in video light, which gives you two options for shooting in the dark: Nightshot or the video light. Let's compare the two. Okay, this is Nightshot on. Nightshot is on. I'm about 3 feet away from the camera. I'm going to be stepping back so we can see the range of the Nightshot. Now I'm about 4 feet away, 5 feet. Continuing to step back as you continue to see how far the Nightshot will work. Okay, now we're testing the video light. I'm about 3 feet away, and I really need to move back because light is completely blinding. I can see why people would be really annoyed by this. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a video with my iPhone just to give you an idea of what this light looks like when you're looking at it, because it is ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to continue to step back. This is for testing purposes. I really don't think I would ever use this, because I think anybody that has to be subject to this is going to be a little pissed off at you. So here we have a vintage camcorder, and what better place to bring it and test it than a vintage antique flea market, which I went to. It's the Brimfield Antique Flea Market, which happens a few times every year. Of course, in 2020, it did not happen due to the pandemic, so a lot of people went and were excited to get out there. I actually felt completely in place using an antique camera at an antique flea market. As a matter of fact, I think the camera was one of the more modern pieces of equipment there. See if there's anything you can see at this market that reminds you of a kid, or maybe you even had as a kid, or maybe you still even have it. So on my way home, I stopped by this lake with the TR940, and again, the picture looks undersaturated, the colors don't look good, it looks flat, it looks really bad. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I couldn't find a specification for the CCD imager of the camera. It's not listed, but I suspect that they lowered, or they made the CCD smaller than in prior models, and that's one of the reasons that the picture quality is starting to suffer in an effort to cut costs. Sony was looking to just jam maybe more features in, but then cut back on picture quality. I mean, one of the most important issues in picture quality is color, and it looks like Sony just dropped the ball. The one thing is you can get this fairly cheap on eBay. Definitely don't spend more than $100, but the question is, do you really want it in the first place? But yet it'll still go down as a piece of history and a piece of tech to remember. If you like this video, if you learned something, stick around, a lot more to come. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like, and we'll see you in the next video.